Hey guys, how the hell are you? Today we have an extremely special rebiased gear review for you today because today we get to check out a 1976 Gibson Les Paul Custom. So first, some specs on this beast. We of course have the typical appointments you find with a Gibson Les Paul Custom, a big mahogany body with a mahogany neck that is set in. This one has an ebony fretboard, maple cap, double bound, Tune-Mac style bridge, volume and tone for each of the two pickups, three-way toggle switch. In this particular instrument's case, the only modification that has been done besides a new fret job has been upgrades to the pickups because according to the guitar's current owner, the pickups that were in here were not so hot, so he swapped in some Seymour Duncan Saturday Night Specials. First of all, before we go any further, a shout out to the bro, Mr. Jason Killertone Frankhauser. Thank you so much for insisting, the last time we hung out and got drunk together, for insisting that I bring this sucker home so I can get very, very acquainted with it, because holy shit, has my opinion changed. So first of all, let me just get this right off the bat. Obviously, you guys have seen me online. You guys know that my opinion on Gibson guitars has never been all that positive. I've never really been a fan of how they feel, how they fit into my hands, just really anything about them, despite the fact that, yes, I will acknowledge they are a goddamn classic instrument that's appeared on countless amazing records, that has produced incredible, incredible tones over the years, but just never with me. Every single time I pick up a Gibson, I feel like something is lacking. I feel like it's alien to me. It's weird. And even other people that I've known, some of my best friends who own Gibsons, like my buddy Eric, for example, he also has a Les Paul Custom in wine red that I've played on several times before, and it's just never registered with me. My buddy Dan, who you guys know from several of the videos and also from all the NAMM hangs and whatnot, one of my best friends for the last 20 years, he is a Gibson aficionado. He's got a Gibson Explorer that I'm hoping to check out a little bit later in the year, maybe in the next couple of months. Can't wait for that. He's had a bunch of Gibson Gothics over the years and a few other things, and there again, every time I've played them, I can't figure it out. It just doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't fit me as a player for the most part. So, you know, when Jason recommended, hey dude, bring this thing home, just see what you feel about it, I gotta hand it to you, man, because you knew exactly what kind of mojo was in this thing, and you knew exactly what was going to happen. You knew that my opinion was going to partially change. So this is a 1976 Gibson Les Paul Custom. This is something that is from the Norland era, which many people will tell you, and this is just from what my teeny tiny little bit of research has found. Many people will argue that that is the worst era of Gibson. Whether you agree or disagree is, up for debate. I don't know enough about Gibsons that I can really comment on that. If you want to talk to somebody about Gibson, go see Trogley. He will definitely wax eloquent about Gibsons because that's his whole thing. But as far as what I know, like, just from what I've read, stuff like inconsistency with parts, inconsistency with building techniques, inconsistency with build quality, some questionable models that came out during that time, that was kind of all a factor in why a lot of people don't really like the Norland era. There again, I'm not an expert, so I don't really want to comment too much on it. I'm just going to talk about this guitar in particular. This guitar is extremely well broken in. If you guys can see, there is lots of wear on that neck, but that is play wear. That is the kind of wear that you get on a neck from somebody owning this guitar that loved it so much they couldn't stop playing it. And I am totally in the same boat right now, because this is seriously one of those things where I didn't even plug it in for the first few days I had it because I just couldn't stop playing it. I couldn't put it down. I have not had a guitar in my possession, though this is momentarily. Thank you there again, Jason, for loaning this to me. I have not had a guitar in my possession since that first Framus that I got that absolutely refuses to let me put it down. That every time I pick it up, I can't help but keep playing it and keep playing it and keep playing it, whether it's plugged in or not. Now, plugged in, it gives you some absolutely ridiculous tones, which we're going to go over here in a second. But man, there's just some weird, awesome mojo about this thing. Let's plug it in. Let's check it out. So how does it sound? Really fucking good. It just has a lot of mojo that comes through with every note, with every chord, with every palm mute that you play. Any style that you play too. I don't want to talk so much. I just want to play it. It's just one of those things where it's just so inspiring to play on. You just can't stop. These Duncan Saturday night specials are just so awesome. Definitely gives this Les Paul a super fat electrified tone. I'm just taking Jason's word for it that the stock pickups that came in this thing originally were lackluster, but man, these pickups kind of make this thing the complete tonal package. Just an absolute killer sounding instrument. Dude, really? You have to hear a clean tone? Fuck, okay. So overall, my final thought on this guitar, I mean, dudes, this thing is incredible. This is proof in the pudding right here that regardless of what people talk about online about various brands, regardless of a reputation that has been earned, whether justifiably so or unjustifiably so by a brand, regardless of the memes that exist for said brand. Play authentic. Oh, the headstocks break off with a strong gust of wind. You know, and I'm guilty of it too. And truth be told, my opinion hasn't changed enough to where I'm going to just say, yeah, Gibson's fucking awesome, because they're not. They've got a lot of shit that they need to work on. They've got a lot of sort of damage to their reputation that's been done over decades that they need to rectify. But what I will say, flat the fuck out, if you find an exceptional instrument like this, it doesn't matter what brand made it. It doesn't matter who was involved with the making of it. It doesn't matter who owned it before. It doesn't matter who plays them still. What matters is when you pick it up and you start playing it, is it something that you just can't put down? This thing, so broken in, has had a few modifications done to it, not many, just to kind of fix stuff that was going bad on it, like the frets, or to fix a shortcoming, like with the pickups. This thing is a perfect fucking guitar. And you can never, ever take that away from this instrument. Just, I don't want to stop playing it. I love you, Jason. I don't want to give this back. Can we talk? Can we work something out? But fuck, dude, this thing is just so goddamn incredible. And this is one of those things where I finally see what the fuss is all about. I finally see why people get a Gibson and hang on to a Gibson for decades, because that is exactly the kind of instrument that this particular Les Paul Custom is. But Arnold, what are you drinking today? I am so glad you asked. Since this is a very special guitar from a very special bro, we are going to have something that he possibly might enjoy. So, we have here today from Rogue, we have Bat Squatch, which is a hazy IPA. Yes, I know Arnold is starting to drink IPAs lately. And apparently he's starting to talk about himself in the third person. Fuck, stop me. All right, anyways, let's pour this out. Pours a very nice hazy orangish color, kind of a blonde orangish color. Even from pouring it out, you definitely smell a lot of citrus in there. Smells like, honestly, like a slightly boozy orange juice. and tastes like it too. So before anyone says anything, this is the kind of IPA that I can get into. There's not really all that much there as far as like a boozy, bitter kick to it. It is only a 6.7 ABV. Very, very drinkable, very, very crushable. Not super bitter on the palate. It's honestly kind of smooth for an IPA, which is definitely something that I seriously enjoy. So thank you guys so very much for tuning into this video. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel. Also, go to the link in the video description, subscribe to Killer Tone's channel, subscribe to Jason's channel. Thank you so much, bro, for loaning this thing out to me. And remember, please, take what you do seriously. Do not take yourselves too seriously.